What's going on exactly?
You tell me.
Hi there.
Don't turn the light on.
Do you ever like dancing?
I always like watching.
Something's going on with these people.
He's just waiting for any chance to get rid of me. I have a surprise for you. Oh, Louise, you always want to see the best in people, don't you? Louise?
Don't turn the light on. Don't turn on the light.
Well, the first thing upcoming is a limited run of Jacob Tierney's new film, Good Neighbors, which stars Scott Speedman, Jay Baruchel, and Emily Hampshire. And it's a thriller set against the backdrop of the last Quebec referendum. It's a very smart, very funny kind of dark comedy / thriller with great performances from Jay Baruchel and Speedman and Emily Hampshire. They're kind of they're all residents of an apartment building or kind of an apartment building in Montreal. And there's this kind of serial killer on the loose, and it's about how they deal, how they deal with it, how they respond. They're all kind of asocial types. Jay Baruchel plays a very needy public school teacher who's just arrived in town and immediately gloms onto Emily Hampshire's character. Emily Hampshire doesn't really have. She's a waitress in a restaurant that appears to be always empty. And she becomes very obsessed with this series of killings, and she's less interested in people and more really only interested in her cats. And Scott Speedman plays a widower who's was injured in a car accident and is confined to a wheelchair, and is really only Emily Hampshire's character. He's her only confidant. The only one she actually really relates to. And there's a great supporting cast, including Theo Horn, who was in The Trotsky and Wild Hunt from a couple years ago, and Micheline Langto is the landlady. It's a great. Gary Farmer plays a cop who. Because of the time period, he's very proud of the fact that he has a cellular phone and is constantly waving it around. So it's a very cool movie, I think, made by one of our finest young filmmakers. Jacob, of course, made The Trotsky a couple years ago, which we showed at TIFF, and went on to win prizes at a variety of festivals. A very funny movie. This has some of the same sense of humor, but is a bit more thriller-based. And he also made we had the privilege of showing his debut feature, Twist, which is actually an adaptation of Dickens' Oliver Twist, with Nick Stahl. It's actually set in the hustler community in Toronto. But this is a slightly different film from him because he hasn't really done a thriller before. But he's responded very well to the genre, and it's very exciting to be able to show it because I think he is one of our finest young filmmakers.